Your best intentions are stealing from you right now, and you won't notice until it's gone. Welcome to the Pattern Recognizer. Most people are running programs they never chose. Today we expose one of those patterns, see exactly how it works, and discover the precise shift that can set you free. Let's begin. Here's what happens. You adapt, you make a sensible concession, you protect what you think matters. Quietly, that adaptation hardens into a rule. And rules held long enough become prisons. Call this pattern the square and the circle. Say it once, the square and the circle. A square is your fixed strategy, beliefs, survival habits, the rules you repeat. The circle is life. Fluid, relational, unpredictable. When that square is forced into the circle, friction follows. Psychologically, this pattern looks ordinary. Picture a freelancer who always says sure to small favors, 3 extra calls a week, a discounted rate, a last-minute deliverable. Weeks become months, and suddenly the calendar owns them. Habit and identity conspire. The shape of your response becomes the thing you defend. Each concession is another corner shaved away. You're not just making choices, you're protecting the square you think keeps you safe. So what gets lost? Money leaks when you price to please instead of charging for value. Relationships dull when you trade messy presents for predictable behavior. Purpose thins when your effort bends to what others expect instead of what your center requires. These are not moral failures, they are energetic distortions. Now move into the esoteric frame. Sacred geometry gives us a clear diagnostic. The square equals form, boundaries, rules, structure. The circle equals field, flow, presence, relational energy. Put a square inside the circle and you create torque. The edges fight the curve, and that's exhausting. The corners dig in. Energy that could magnetize money or deepen intimacy is instead diverted to stabilizing that wobble. You spend effort shoring up the misfit rather than inviting aligned opportunity. Imagine a wheel with a wedge forcing it off balance. Every small compromise is another wedge. Your projects wobble, timely opportunities pass, relationships settle for predictability over life. That's how small choices compound into real loss. Here's the reframe that changes everything. Stop moralizing the choice. Replace good and bad with geometry, fit and misfit. Ask, does this enlarge my center or shrink it? Read choices as shape, not verdict. A so-called noble sacrifice may simply be misalignment wearing piety. And what you call stubbornness might be a necessary corner holding space for your work. Geometry is cleaner than guilt. Now the practical move. A short daily routine that recenters your field and resets your boundaries. I call it the center fit practice. 3 minutes. No ideology. High leverage. Minute 1. Close your eyes. Take 6 deep, even breaths. Inhale 4, hold 1, exhale 6. Feel the weight where your body meets the chair. Imagine a soft circle of light around your chest. This is your field. Breathe into it. Minute 2. Picture a square inside that circle. Don't force it. Notice its alignment. Are the corners pressing the field? If they are, breathe and soften the edges. Rotate the square until it sits without torque. You're aligning form to field, not erasing form. Minute 3. Anchor with a small gesture. A finger tapped to the sternum or a palm on the belly. Ask aloud or in your mind, does this choice preserve my center? If the answer leans toward compromise, Name the smallest boundary you can keep in that moment. A sentence, a fee, a time block. One measurable boundary trumps 1,000 intentions. Do this daily and your nervous system changes faster than any argument with someone else. Why? Because you stop reacting to the field with a pre-forged square. Instead, you practice fitting shape to flow. One small boundary, held cleanly, stops the slow leaks. Quick clarification. This is a diagnostic tool, not a final word. Complex patterns need layered work, maps, practices, and a guided path. If you want that depth, I built a full library to reconstruct these structures deliberately and safely. The single structural move today is simple. Before you say yes, ask, does this preserve my center? If it doesn't, refuse kindly or shrink the ask to a clear boundary. One shift changes everything. Go to Desmarques.com and start the Center Fit series today. The pattern is the prism. Awareness is the key. That is the pattern, that is the mechanism, and that is your shift today. If you're ready to decode the full architecture of your life, explore my complete library at Desmarques.com.